Okay, hello, welcome back. I am Adero, teacher and artist, and also a small business owner. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, subscribe. If you just a little bit about myself, I do videos on building my small business, art, as well as little journaling videos and how I set up my bullet journal. Yeah, I'm a bullet journal girly. I love it. It's very relaxing, keeps me organized, and it's like a nice place to do my brain dump. But anywho, this video is for me to talk a little bit about my first market experience. That was a lot of fun. A lot of feels. Sorry, I'm driving. This is the only time I could actually get in a busy schedule to even comment and to have something up, Anywho, so Artists and Fleas was in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. That's where I was. I know I tagged a few videos and picture posts on my Instagram showing how it was, my booth setup, as well as some of my family and friends who support. Let me tell you, if it wasn't for friends and family to supporting this small business, I don't know what I would do with myself. But because of them, I was able to how would I say it? I was able to recoup the cost of the table plus make a profit, which was really nice. And I learned a lot too. I have a new vision in mind as to how I want to set up my booth next time, how I want to market some of my products that I have, which I think, by doing that, I'll be able to attract a wider customer base. So that was nice to gain that experience, and now I have an idea of what my niche would look like, what my market space would look like. So that was a big help in that regards. The vendors and my neighbor vendors were very welcoming. They were very kind people, and friendly, which was nice, because it was being a first-time market vendor. It is nerve-wracking. You're nervous because you are going in there blind. You don't have even though you might do research and watch videos of other artists and doing their vendors and all that kind of stuff, it really, nothing but experience can actually prepare you for being in the moment of interacting with customers and trying and shifting your brain space to see, okay, how does a customer view my booth? Is it chaotic? Is it inviting? How do I brand some of my products to attract and say, hey, this is something that you can use in your life, because I'm aware that my art style is very different from up and coming trendy. It's very different, and that's fine, and I like my art pieces, and that I just have a whole lot of fun doing it, so in the market, it was 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, and it takes a lot of energy to be standing from 11 to 6 p.m. and then to close out after. It takes a lot. It's very draining. So I'm to those who do it on a regular basis, kudos to you, man, because let me tell you, I was sweating bullets. I had two of my friends came and were a big help. That was such a lifesaver to have them, there with me. Okay, so this is a mess right now, but still working out the kinks of the setup, of how I want it to be. Yeah. Figuring out where am I gonna put the bookmarks, not the bookmarks, the notepads and post-its that's left to go in there and other things. I can put more shelving here, and I need to have something else for like bookmarks. Not sure, still working that out, but here we are. Still I try. Artists and Fleas have a certain crowd, I think, that is very hipster. Alright, I don't know if hipster is the right word, but young. There's a lot of young professionals that I notice. Well, I'm assuming they're professionals, but I know a lot of young people are there, and some of my art, I got even ideas from customers as to the kind of product that they would purchase. So that's going to be my next avenue to work on and to produce. So that would be fun, a fun thing I want to do as well for next market. Also, because it was such, I prepared it, I planned first. So leading up to the market, I set up a table at home. I'll be posting pictures. Here's some pictures that you can see what it looked like. When I practice at home, you can see it. But we were able to shift gears a little bit on the second day, kind of play around and rearrange some of the products, the displays, and and I think that was a good thing that we were able to do that, and we're willing to shift gears and shift things around, because that enabled me to have a new vision completely of what worked and what didn't work, and how to improve for my next market. And I want people customers to engage with my products and say, to see what they like, what they don't like, you know what I mean? To test it out. So that's something that we're going to be shifting to as well. Artists and Fleas is definitely one of the cheaper artist venues, which I appreciate, because when we are a small business for a reason. We're not making out the wazoo, right? So it's nice that their price, their fees are very relaxed. I think it's $350, I believe, and they're on the way cheaper side compared to some of the other markets in New York City. So I can appreciate that. I was able to get a table and chair and all that good stuff from them. So that was good. So I would definitely go back to Artists and Fleas. My plan is to do a December market right before Christmas time, and to have the new products ready and ready for that. I'll be working on products next couple of days, next weekends, almost every day. I'll be working on stuff like that, working on new items that I can showcase, for people, that they can use and utilize and just be, really nice. So yeah, it was a nice experience. I was very anxious leading up to it. Like, I only had my two friends, and then but my husband and mother and my sisters all rallied the troops, and they all showed up, which was super nice. And it made my weekend worthwhile to have everybody show up and oh my God, you're a small business owner, and make a purchase. purchase and all that kind of stuff, and follow me on Instagram and be there, with the as I do this thing. So I'm really happy and proud of that, and I'm also proud of myself that I actually did it. I'm not the most people-y of persons. I don't consider myself to be, a people person, that people would gravitate to. So me even doing a video for a YouTube video, or having things on Instagram with my face and my voice, is outside of my comfort zone. But I'm doing it, because I want to promote this aspect of my life. I want to showcase, the journey of, selling my art pieces and the creative process and building an art business. And I'm taking it slow. I'm not rushing it, because this is not a full-time endeavor. This is definitely a part-time endeavor right now, because I already have a full-time job which I love, which is teaching. But I still want to build my business to the best of my ability, where I have a nice customer base, that I can reach other cultural groups as well, because I find that many of not the mainstream cultures, but are not necessarily showcased all the time. The art and the holidays that they celebrate, like Diwali or Kwanzaa or Holi or Ramadan. I'm not much. We don't really, at least in this space where I live, I don't see it exposed and celebrated, as it should be. And some of my products aim to that end. Have stickers for Ramadan, bookmarks for Ramadan, Holi, Diwali. Have Holi is coming up next year, March, and I'm planning a whole thing for that. Because it needs to be celebrated. That's what art does. Art unifies, and that's what art does for me, anyways. So I wanted to have a space where all these amazing cultural things can have a spotlight and shine in their own right. As well as to celebrate my own art style, my own cultural experiences as well. So I just wanted to do this video and give you a little snippet at the end about how the market went, some pictures. My friend went around and took some videos, which was really cool. She was my other cinematographic person. Cinematographer? Sure, let's go with that. Cinematographer. So my two friends who were with me, Sylvia and Jackie, they're gonna be yelling at me because why you say my name? But I'll take it. They deserve their props and their crowns. They encouraged me to go look at other markets and see what they're like. So that's why I'm driving right now, because I'm actually coming from another market, which was Maker's Market. This is in the industrial city, Brooklyn. That's where I'm coming from right now. I went to see what it was like to experience it as a customer. I'll kind of do, a kind of research on the type of market, the type of products that are there, and I want to apply for their next event. So that's my plan. To apply for their next makers market, which is really cool. It was a vibe. It was a nice vibe. I took a lot of cards. I spent some money to support some of the small businesses, but who can't support everything. But I did follow on Instagram those who had their Instagram handles, and I took business cards as well. And of course, those are going in my journal, my business journaling books, for that purpose. So I can follow them and support them along the way as well. So this is also a part of that learning process in how to run a small business, is to do that research, to put your foot on the ground, be a customer, and so you can see as well what the customers experience, as well as have an idea of some of the products that will be there. I think I would love to try out, if they accept me, that is, I would love to try out Maker's Market as well. So of course, follow us, click and like and subscribe, and you get updated. Follow us on Instagram at Jot and Whimsy. You will get an update on where what my next plans are, sneak peeks at projects I'm working on. Yes, I'm working on art projects. They're there. But yeah, right now I'm just very grateful for this opportunity, and I plan to make the most of it. And having the experience lessens the anxiety going forward. So enjoy the rest of the video. Hi, this is it. Saturday, November 8th, and today is the day. I'm leaving now. It's now 8:37. I know I'm leaving early, but I'm paranoid, and I like to get an early start on things in event of misfortunes happening. I have enough time to figure out my life, I should get there. I can get in by 10. The market starts at 11. It's supposed to be a rainy day at the end of the day, but I hope we get some people in. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, but I hope it's not too bad and people still come out and support our small market. But I am very excited and nervous. Okay. Just have fun. Learn from the experience, network, and just relax. Don't take it too personally. And it's another part of life, not the experience. Your art is amazing. You are talented, and you will find your people, your niche. If not today, some other day, and you'll be okay. So says my inner voice. Till next time. Okay, this is day 2, market day. Yeah, day 1 was day 1, and I have my mini me's with me today, and I also have my friend again, Sylvia, today as well. We made some changes to our table setup, so let's hope that with the small changes that we made, that would increase our sales. That'd be great. So we're on our way now, and we'll keep you posted again on updates. Bye.